everyone. It's Miss Renee from St. A's, St. Augustine's, from church in our Godly Play class. You probably noticed by now we haven't been meeting at church for a while. We've been spending a lot of time in our houses. I've been thinking about it kind of like how you might have been in a car driving with your parents or family and an ambulance was coming through, and we all pull out of the way and let the ambulance go quickly where it needs to go because maybe somebody is hurt or needs to get to the hospital right away. So I kind of think about all these days when we're spending in the house like times when we just move out of the way because there's some other people that are maybe sick and need to be able to get to the hospital. So we're just not even going on the roads. We're just going to stay out of the way. Make sure people who need to get to the hospital can get to the hospital. And I have a cat whose tail is going to cross our view. That's one of our cats named Ollie. So it's really good to be with you, even though I know we can't be together in person and at church, but we will. We will eventually, but right now we're just going to leave the roads clear for those people who need to move around and get to the hospital. And enjoy some fun time. Hope you're finding some fun times at home, watching videos of people from church, and also playing board games or watching movies, lots of things that we might do like on a series of rainy days. Getting outside just a little bit for walking. Well, I want to offer you just a little something kind of like church. We're not going to do the whole like Godly Play story, but I wanted to read you a story just in case you're having a little church time tomorrow on your own, or just want some time to connect with people from church. But I wanted to read you a story, one of my favorites. You might have seen this before. It's called Old Turtle. So I'm going to try and keep showing you the pictures. They're pictures that are called watercolor pictures. So sometimes they don't have a lot of hard edges, so you can't always tell what they are, but they're still very pretty. All right, so here we go. Old Turtle. Once, long, long ago, yet somehow not so very long. There's no picture there, so I'm not going to show you that one. When all the animals and rocks, so here we have all the animals and the rocks. Let's see if I can read it to you this way, then you can just see. It'll be easier. All the animals and rocks and winds and waters and trees and birds and fish. That's the cat again, sorry. He just really wants to be in this story. The birds, fish. Oh, and all the beings of the world could speak and understand one another. You see, it's watercolor, so it's kind of hard to see, but you're seeing water, lots of animals. Ollie is really liking this story, so here's the cat again. There began, when they could all speak long ago, there began an argument. It began, there's no pictures here, so I'm just going to read this part. It began softly at first, quiet as the first breeze that whispered, "He is a wind who is never still." Quiet as the stone that answered, "He is a great rock that never moves." Gentle as the mountain that rumbled, "God is a snowy peak high above the clouds." And the fish of the ocean that answered, "God is a swimmer in the dark blue depths of the sea." That is a very pretty picture. "No," said the star, "God is a twinkling and shining far, far away." "No," replied the ant, "God is a sound and a smell and a feeling who is very, very close." "God," insisted the antelope, "is a runner, swift and free, who loves to leap and race with the wind." There's the antelope. You see, getting a little reflecting light on our pictures here. "She's a great tree," murmured the willow. "A heart of the world, always growing and always giving. You are wrong, argued the island. God is separate and apart. God is like a shining sun, far above all things, added the blue sky. No, he's a river who flows through the very heart of things, thundered the waterfall. That's a waterfall. She is a hunter, roared the lion. God is gentle, chirped the robin. And my cat is playing with the toy. God is powerful, growled the bear. And the argument grew louder and louder and louder until... Stop! That's what that says right there. Stop! A new voice spoke. Oliver, you need to take that toy out of here. It's too loud. A new voice spoke. It rumbled loudly like thunder, and it whispered softly like a butterfly sneezes. The voice seemed to come from... Why, it seemed to come from Old Turtle. Old Turtle hardly ever said anything, and certainly never argued about God. But now Old Turtle began to speak. See if I can read while you can see the picture. God is indeed deep, she said to the fish in the sea, and much higher than high, she told the mountains. He is swift and free as the wind, and still and solid as a great rock, she said to the breezes and stones. She is the life of the world, Turtle said to the willow, always close by, yet beyond the farthest twinkling light. She told the ant and the star. God is gentle and powerful, above all things and within all things. God is all that we dream of and all that we seek, said Old Turtle. All that we come from and all that we find. God is. Listening to Old Turtle. Old Turtle had never said so much before. There's no pictures here. All the beings of the world were surprised and became very quiet. And I've got a being that's just very loud over there. Sorry about that. But Old Turtle had one more thing to say. There will soon be a new family of beings in the world, she said. And they will be very strange and very wonderful. They will be reminders of all that God is. Who are these new beings? They will come in many colors and shapes, with different faces and different ways of speaking. Their thoughts will soar to the stars, but their feet will walk the earth. They will possess many powers. They will be strong yet tender, a message of love from God to the earth, and a prayer from the earth back to God. What do you think? What do those look like? I think they might look like, and the people came. People. See them all. So many. But the people forgot. They forgot that they were a message of love and a prayer from the earth. And they began to argue about who knew God and who did not, and where God was and was not, and whether God was or was not. And often the people misused their power and hurt one another or killed one another. And they hurt the earth until finally even the forests began to die. And I'm going to grab this toy that my cat is playing with because it is too loud right now, Oliver. So this is the sad picture. And rivers and oceans and plants and the animals and the earth itself, because the people could not remember who they were or where God was. until one day there came a voice like the growling of thunder, but as soft as butterfly sneezes. Please, stop. The voice seemed to come from the mountains who rumbled. Sometimes I see God swimming in the dark blue depths of the sea, and from the ocean who sighed, He's often among the snow-capped peaks, reflecting the sun. From the stone who said, I sometimes feel her breath as she blows by. And from the breeze who whispered, I feel his still presence as I dance among the rocks. And the star declared, God is very close. And the island added, his love touches everything. My cat really wants to be part of our story. And after a long, lonesome, and scary time, the people listened and began to hear and to see God in one another. It's a small picture. And in the beauty of the earth. That picture makes me think of springtime, which is coming. Flowers are coming. And old turtle, well, she smiled. She had done some good work. Gentle but firm. And who else smiled? It says, and so did God. God smiles when we're kind to each other. That is the end of our story, and I have to apologize for my cat, Ollie. Oliver and he's still, I don't know if you can hear the little jingling, he's still trying to play and make noise. I think he's thinking you're getting more attention than he is right now. So I'll go play with Ollie. So yeah, go and love on your pets, your cats and dogs and gerbils and whatever, and your siblings, and your parents. It's hard sometimes to stay indoors all the time without fighting, but you give it a little try, take a breath, and think that they probably need a lot of the same things we do, just to be heard and have a little bit of attention sometimes. And I can't wait to give you all some attention, some hugs if you want them when we're back together again. But for now, know I'm thinking of you and hoping that you have some good days, some moments in the sun, some fun time playing with family. And I will either have a new video for you soon or see you soon in church.